Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something really wild. We are breaking down a massive, fundamental shift in how one of the world's absolute most famous destinations operates. We're looking at the brand new National Immigration, Emigration, and Border Modernization proposal for the Maldives.
Think about this for a second, because it's a completely fascinating problem. How exactly do you secure a border that is entirely made up of thousands of dispersed islands? Especially when your entire economic survival, your tourism, your foreign investment, the labor force, completely relies on keeping those borders open and welcoming. You literally can't just build a wall in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to explore this proposal through a really structured roadmap. We'll start with the open island paradox, then look at where the Maldives stands right now, examine how they're upgrading the traveler experience, detail how they're basically building an invisible fortress, and finally track the implementation timeline.
Section 1. The Open Island Paradox. This is the high-stakes conflict at the very heart of this new policy.
So the Maldives is caught in this massive balancing act. On one side, you have economic competitiveness. The whole country's success totally relies on a seamless, frictionless experience for tourists, foreign workers, and investors. But on the flip side, national security. To actually protect its citizens and keep up with global standards, the Maldives desperately needs tight, intelligence-driven control over a highly dispersed, frankly challenging geography. They have to modernize, for sure, but they absolutely cannot afford to kill the golden goose of tourism while doing it.
Moving to Section 2, where the Maldives stands. Because it's important to realize they aren't just starting from scratch here.
Now, what's really interesting here is that they already have some remarkably strong building blocks in place. They've got a hugely successful visa-on-arrival policy, which is basically the engine for their tourism. They also already have a biometric national ID system, partial digital visas, and ICAO-compliant passports. So the foundational hardware, it's largely there. This modernization proposal is really about connecting all those disjointed pieces into one unified global standard machine.
All right, Section 3. Upgrading the traveler experience. This part of the proposal is all about smoothing out the bureaucratic friction for visitors and immigrants alike.
If you've ever traveled there for something other than a standard vacation, you'll know the visa system can be a bit rigid right now. Well, the proposal introduces 3 brand new, formalized visa categories to fix that. We've got the family visit visa for foreign family members of locals, the friends visit visa for private non-family guests, and the short-term business visa, which is designed specifically for, quick meetings, conferences, and negotiations that don't actually involve formal employment. It's basically bringing much-needed structure to modern mobility.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how the proposal plans to bridge current systemic gaps. Right now, there's just no unified permanent or business residency framework. The required action? Establish totally transparent, globally compliant residency pathways. Similarly, overseas passport services are pretty limited. The fix they're proposing is rolling out fully digital passports with global access through embassies and online platforms. It ensures Maldivians abroad are just as connected as the folks at home.
We're seeing a similar cleanup happening with civil services too. The current gap is that marriage procedures involving locals and foreigners are unstandardized and the records aren't smoothly integrated with a person's immigration status. The modernization plan tackles this head-on by standardizing procedures across the board for all marriage types and digitally linking those records directly to residency and visa systems. Honestly, no more endless paper pushing between different government silos. Which brings us to Section 4, building an invisible fortress. This shows exactly how a nation made of water keeps bad actors out without laying a single brick.
The absolute crown jewel of this entire effort is TAIP, the Tourist Accommodation Integration Platform. Right now, there isn't a unified automated system linking hotels to immigration. TAIP changes the game completely. It legally mandates that all licensed accommodations, every single resort, hotel, guest house, you name it, must be digitally connected to immigration. It provides real-time check-in and check-out reporting. Effectively, this literally turns every hotel reception desk in the Maldives into a digital extension of the national border.
How wild is that?
But the border doesn't stop at the lobby. It actually extends into the sky. The proposal mandates the full implementation of API and PNR, Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record. This is a massive global intelligence standard that allows border authorities to screen traveler data, analyze risks, and catch potential threats before a plane even touches down on the runway.
So the crucial point is, security only really works if the data flows everywhere simultaneously. Currently, the Maldives faces a heavily fragmented watch list and incomplete e-gate deployment. The required action here is huge. Digitize all inter-island passenger movement and build a single unified national watch list system, or UNWS, to finally replace those currently disconnected agency databases.
So who actually goes on this new unified watch list? Well, it's pretty comprehensive. The UNWS will instantly flag criminal suspects, individuals with active court orders, previous deportees, visa overstayers, high-risk individuals, and anyone carrying an Interpol notice. And because it's completely unified, this list will be instantly accessible at border control during visa issuance and even when a guest checks in to a resort through that tape system we just talked about.
So how on earth does a country actually build all of this? Section 5, the implementation timeline. Let's look at the blueprint.
Let's see how this builds over a really heavily structured 5-year rollout. Immediately, within the first 12 months, the focus is on policy approval, jumpstarting that API/PNR screening, and launching the development of the accommodation platform and the unified watch list. Then, in the medium term, about 1 to 3 years out, we see the physical tech rolling out. That means nationwide e-gates and vessel tracking for inter-island movement. Finally, the 3 to 5 year long-term goal is full interoperability. Every national database speaking to each other, using automated risk scoring for every single traveler.
When you put it all together, this proposal is really a blue kind for survival and growth. By integrating tourist accommodations, launching targeted visas, modernizing their digital services, and building this huge unified intelligence network, the Maldives is proving that strict security and economic openness are absolutely not mutually exclusive. They are building a world-class system that balances sustainable economic growth with ironclad protection.
It totally shifts how we think about national borders in the 21st century. The walls aren't concrete anymore, they're data. Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought. As digital borders replace physical ones all around the world, how will your next tropical vacation be invisibly tracked? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning how the systems around us are evolving.